Hey everybody, today I'm going to make pork and broccoli. I picked up some fondue pork as it was on sale, so it's very thinly sliced, and I'm making salt and pepper squid. We're having this for supper tonight because we had some leftover, oops, there's the camera, some leftover uh, Chinese the other night, but there's not enough for a whole other meal. So I'm going to make some ramen noodles and just cook them up. And then these two dishes, and then there should be leftovers for lunch tomorrow for me and the kids. Here is some green onion garlic from the Asian store. It's like garlic scapes. It's harder than green onions, but tastes like garlic. So I'm going to chop these up and use some in the pork and broccoli and some in the salt and pepper squid. And then the rest I'm going to put into the freezer to be used another time. These are a couple of dollars and they are wonderful and can replace garlic in any recipe. So here is my broccoli. I bought it for 99 cents. There's like 3 huge heads in there. My family doesn't really like the stems, but what I do with the stems is I chop them up and put them in a freezer bag and throw them in the freezer. And once I have a bunch of them, I will make a cream of broccoli soup. And then I will just use like one little head of broccoli with it. So, because I don't like to waste anything. So that is what I do. So I'm going to chop this into pieces and put them in here. Here is the chopped garlic scape. I will use it into my recipes today and put the rest in the freezer. So here is the stems. There's 2 cups worth. And here's the flowerets. There's about 3 or 4 cups. I might not use them all tonight. I'll see how it goes with the rest of the ingredients. So these I put in a Ziploc, labeled it this time, because I learned my lesson from yesterday of mystery meals. So here it's broccoli stems. We go through broccoli, we use about one of these a week, so by the middle of April, I'll be able to make a broccoli soup. And remember how I was saying I hate wasting stuff? So I'm cutting up onion for the recipe. I'm putting the onion into a Ziploc bag for soup scraps. I do this with all my vegetable peelings. Not so much the potato ones because I do a few maybe in there, but I find that I have just so much potato peelings. I'll just put them in the green bin or the compost. So, also a tip, when you're growing peppers and stuff and you've got like too much to process, just literally throw them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them. I didn't mark this, but it's clearly a bunch of hot peppers because you literally only need like one, which I'm going to take out nice, a big and long red hot pepper for the salt and pepper squid. I'm going to process those soon and make a hot sauce. I'm just going to chop the onion. Actually, I'm just going to do little half frames. Doing 2 onions because my onions are small. I picked up these onions last grocery day. A 10-pound bag was $2.99, so you can't go wrong, but they're small onions, which means you cry more. So those I'm going to put at the end with my broccoli. and then I will start the ramen noodles. So here is just a small pot with water, and these are just chicken ramen noodles, ramen, however you want to say it, and I just shake them in the water. Take a seasoning packet, as this is going to be served with leftover Chinese food from a restaurant. There's really not enough starch that was left over. Where'd the other seasoning pack go? Left over that for us to eat. You know, we'll be just hungry. There we go. So I was going to do some rice, but I'm like, well, we had lots of rice yesterday, and we have still a little bit of Cantonese chow mein. I'll just make some noodles to stretch that chow mein a little further. I'm going to turn that on. That literally just takes a few minutes, and then I drain it. So this I got, that's pork slices. You can see. It was $6.99 a pound. That was just over a pound here, thinly sliced. I'm not going to use that whole package because I'm just going, I like to buy this fondue type meat when I make an Asian style soup. So all I'm doing is literally cutting the package in half. Oh, hate that squeaking sound. And then I put that in a Ziploc bag for the freezer, the one with the label on it so I know what it is, and be able to have that for a wonton pho type soup or hot and sour soup with this thrown into it. This stuff cooks really fast and can make, like, just even making ramen soup, ramen noodles, a little bit of this, the seasoning packet. It's like almost like pho, but cheaper and not as authentic. There you go, it's the medium Ziploc bag. And just to let you know, look at this, almost a pound of squid. So it's already cut and tenderized there. I paid $3.99. I mean, I got this at the Asian market, but you know, I can't beat this price. If I get fish from our grocery store or squid, it's usually a mixed bag, and sometimes when it's just squid, it's like $7 or $8. I mean, I can't beat $4. So in the restaurant, you get about half that amount of squid, and you're paying $10 to $13 for salt and pepper squid. And I'm going to make it for $4. So now, this is just oil that I used one time. I save it in a mason jar so I can reuse it again. Putting a bit of oil in there, and I'm going to put the pork slices right in there. I'm going to slice them up a little bit more. So they're going to come in like strips versus these flat pieces. There we go. Try and turn that so I can see. See, it's still frozen. It's not completely defrosted yet. So I'm just spreading that out. Once you prep all the ingredients, it goes really fast. So I think the most time-consuming part is the cutting of the vegetables and stuff. So there's the pork. Like literally it's almost all done. Good. Flip it. And then I'm putting some of the garlic scapes to infuse the garlic flavor. And then I'm putting the onions, get those going. Just try and save the broccoli to last. Right now there's no seasonings in there, just the garlic scapes, the onions, and the meat. My family likes things spicy. I'm not going to make this too spicy, because we'll have hot sauce for those who like it really spicy. Look, the pork's all done, and it's just like fondue pork. Just tastes like pork. Here. Oh. I'm putting in some white pepper. I got again this from the Asian market a long time ago. But you can get it at your grocery store too. But I just found at the Asian market, like this whole bag, it was full up to here, and it's still like half full. I got that for like $3. It seems to have like a little bit more of a pepper kick to it, and it doesn't leave little black specks on your food. So do that. The broccoli now. Oh, I'll put it all in. And I have some bean sprouts, but I'll put them on in people's plates because my family doesn't like them really cooked, so I'm just not going to cook them up. I was just thinking about throwing them in. I'm like, I tend to like them crispy, so I will leave them crispy. Now, oops, it's all over. Sorry about that. So this is cooking up quite nicely. All it has right now is pepper in it, and I'm going to put some oyster flavored sauce. You can get vegetarian oyster flavored sauce as well. I don't think there's actually any oysters in it. Oh, actually in this one there is. Sometimes it's fish or whatever. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of sesame oil. I find that the sesame oil really brings out the flavors and it makes it taste more Chinese versus just pork and broccoli. It kind of almost makes you think that you're getting it at the restaurant, even though you're just cooking at home. Now I can do that and soy sauce. And I keep a baggie of all the soy sauce packets. I do have soy sauce as well, but I'm going to use 2 packets because, you know, why waste it? You don't really need more salt than the soy sauce. And there you go. It is done. I'm just going to turn this off because my family is not ready for supper yet. My husband's not home. But now I'm going to make the salt and pepper squid. So now I'm doing the salt and pepper squid. So in the bag, I don't want to necessarily dirty up another bowl. I'm going to put just some regular flour and put in there to coat them. With a bit of white pepper. Just put a little bit in there. And Chinese 5-spice. Chinese 5-spice. And I'm just going to shake that up. Just coated all the pieces quite nicely because we'll use those spices again once they're cooked. And I'm just going to heat up the pan. That's my wok. Oops, wrong one. Oh, good. And again, finishing off the oil that I had used once. If I cook fish, like right now I'm cooking the squid with it, I'm not going to reuse this oil because I find that fish makes the oil taste fishy, of course, you know, and you don't want that put on other dishes. So we get a container for that when it's done. Get that to heat. And so you could just see, just lightly coated with the flour. It helps it give it a little crispy taste to it. I think I might throw some panko breadcrumbs in there too. And that will give it a little bit of crispy coating. I buy the panko breadcrumbs at Costco, and then I reuse a steak spice container because they come in a box, like bags in a box. So I just put some panko breadcrumbs in there, and I'll see which pieces of it attach to the squid. Okay, so now fairly hot. So I'll put the lightly breaded, floured, seasoned squids in. The thing with squid is you have to watch it, is that you don't cook them too long, because then they get chewy, and you really don't want chewy squid. It's just like a shake and bake, but it's squid. Put it all in. See it? Putting the cold food lowered down the temperature. It was all sizzling. So I put the breading and stuff in there too. Put some little crispy bits in there. Guys changed burners because this one's the bigger burner, because it wasn't getting all the edges sizzling. And last thing I want is overcooked squid. So you could do salt and pepper tofu or fish or shrimp. We like the shrimp too, but we like it with no heads or tails and stuff. But restaurants, Chinese restaurants, you have to ask for that. Otherwise, they do it with usually the heads and tails because it's less work. But they usually charge you $1 or so more for no heads or tails. Okay, well. If you have a deep fryer, you could deep fry this. Almost cooked. And using frozen squid versus letting it thaw, I should probably let it thaw it. It wouldn't be as liquid coming out of it right now, but I bought it today, so it's been out since I bought it, so it didn't thaw enough. But that's okay. It just won't be as crispy as I'd like it, but it is what it is. There we go. Almost done. And I'm gonna put some of the green garlic scapes. And that one hot pepper, that's in there. Sprinkling, ooh, see, here, English side, Mediterranean sea salt, a little bit, and some more of the white pepper. Oops, wrong one. And some more of the Chinese five spice. And I'm going to put a little bit of ginger to give it a little bit more kick. There we go. Let's see how wonderful it looks right now. And there you go. It is done. Oh, it's not. Now we're going to have this with the pork and broccoli and ramen noodles with just the seasoning packet. So I'm just going to put the seasoning packet in the cooked, drained ramen noodles. These are chicken flavor, but we also have, we like the spicy chicken ones, because those ones you can literally make like a ramen noodle soup with it, with some chopped veggies or meat or whatever. It's just ramen noodles. Just gonna use a knife to stir because that's what I grabbed. There we go. So, ramen noodles, salt and pepper squid, pork and broccoli, you can do beef and broccoli, whatever, chicken and broccoli. All of this was $4. That was half a package of 7, so that was $3.50. Those were 50 cents. Well, 2 of them were 50 cents because they were 25 cents each. So $4, $8, $9 for broccoli. Let's say $1 for the garlic scape and hot pepper, just because I have it, and any seasonings. So under $10, you've got a really elaborate Chinese food with lots of meat and vegetables and pasta. Hope you enjoy my video, and we'll seeing how much this actually made. We might not even get to use the leftover of the Chinese. We'll see. We'll have this first, and then whoever's still hungry can have some leftovers in the microwave. But there's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So that's it. And it's 6:54, so my husband should be home any minute, and we will eat right away. And there is my finished plate. I got some fresh bean sprouts, the pork and broccoli, and the squid, and the ramen noodles. And it is yummy. Mm. Oh, that's really good. So don't be afraid to try new things. I will put the recipes that I sort of followed below. Again, I don't always follow the recipe. I get inspired, but I'll put them below. And there you go. Enjoy.